Welcome back, team. I'm Juliette, and today we're doing 35-minute restorative yoga practice. This is easy and very healing workout. So if you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell button so you don't miss our daily workouts. I will guide you through, guys, all the modifications you need, and you will do your best. So let's restore and recover together. Let's begin. Alright guys, so we will begin our restorative practice today in a child pose. So let's begin on our knees. Take your arms all the way up front. Give your body a good, beautiful, feel good straight. And if you can, put your forehead, guys, on the floor. And if not, just keep it wherever you can. You can also, guys, take your block and put your forehead on that yoga block. Give it a breath or two and let's set up a good quality intentions for the practice. Practice with love towards ourselves, with compassion, and practice with joy in the heart. We have only one life, guys. Let's go ahead and take all the way on our knees, just a halfway tabletop, and then back towards the child pose. This time, see if you can rock, guys, a little bit farther, right? A little bit off the tabletop. Take it back one more time. A little bit off the tabletop. Watch your wrist, right? And one more time. A little bit off tabletop. And this time, see if you can let the hips drop. Find yourself in a cobra pose or upward facing dog as I'm doing. If that is too much, take your hands slightly farther or even take yourself on the elbows. Wiggle the tailbone. Watch the shoulders, guys. Make sure that you do not block your neck with your shoulders. And just a breath or two up here. It feels so good. Feels so good. And let's take it all the way back to the child pose. All the way counter straight. This time we're gonna come up, tabletop, open up the one arm all the way, right arm up. Breathe, exhalation, back, guys, to the child pose. Let's go ahead and do one more time. Reach up and open all the way, left arm, expand, extend, back to the child pose. Beautiful. Let's come back up to the tabletop and we will continue with the soft hips rotation. Good for your elbows, good for your wrist, good for your ankles and the knees and hips and lower back. So everything is working. You just have to, guys, to let your body to do it. Do not afraid to move, really, right? Just let your body to move as it wants to move. Maybe bend your elbows a little bit more. And just one more time. Let the body move as a unit. Let's go ahead and reverse the motion, movement all the way to the other side. Slow, gentle circles. Slow, gentle circles. So let's do a couple more in this direction. All right, and one more. All the way, come on back up. Take your hands on the ground, around that spine, relax your neck. All the way back, inhalation, heart up, exhalation. All the way around the spine, relax your neck. One more time, reach all the way. And guys, exhalation, take it all the way back. Feels so good. One more time, reach. And let's lengthen it through the right leg, all the way, look towards the right. Draw the right leg, give it a good soft twist if you need to tap the leg on the floor. Breathe. Take it all the way back around your spine, guys. Relax your neck. Let's take one more move to the cow pose, one more to the cat pose, and let's reach up and open. Express through the left side and go ahead and carry your left leg, guys, outside. You can put that leg on the floor if you have to. Breathe, inhalation through the nose, exhalation through the nose. Take it back all the way, guys. round the spine, relax your neck, take it back up and walk your hands a little bit farther. We're gonna go ahead and dive into the cobra with the hands slightly up front of your body, guys, or on your elbows if you have to do that. And I need you to express through the heart. Draw the shoulder blades apart, draw your collarbones apart, and breathe, guys. Give me a few more breaths. Through the nose in, through the nose out. Slowly, gently bring the heart lower on the floor. Take your hands wider and push against the ground. Reach up one more time. Heart up and open, shoulders away from the ears. Look behind, one side, another side, and again one side and another side. Great job. Slowly shift your weight back to that child pose. Relax your neck, forehead on the ground. Take a breath, come on back up. We're gonna take our right leg again one more time. We're gonna draw this right behind the left. Just like you do your cow face pose or a half cow face pose with the legs, but it's in the tabletop. So we're gonna do a up and down movements. Cat and cow up here. It's gonna target your back a little bit differently than just a regular tabletop. Just a couple more. Beautiful. Take it slowly. Take your right hand up front. Left goes all the way towards the floor. Now, if that's not there for you, don't worry. Just try to hold your both hands together on the floor up here and just put your elbows on the floor. But give it a try, right? And breath or two. It feels so good on that shoulder, on that arm. Take it all the way back. Around that spine. Relax your neck all the way. Tuck your toes. And come up, guys, with me into that downward facing dog position. Your knees might not be extended all the way through. We just give it the back and good straight. We're gonna go back on our knees just in a second. And take it back on the floor. Undo those legs, guys. Wiggle the tailbone. Take the left leg up. Put it all the way behind the right. Open up your toes to the sides. And cat and cow movements. Just a few of them. Up. And back down, guys. And up. And back down. Very nice. All the way up. And back to the center. We're gonna gently take our right arm or stay in the center and take the shoulder on the floor. Just like we do our thread the needle, but I relax in the cow face pose. Feels so good to me on my shoulder and the arm. If that doesn't feel as good for you guys, just stay up front. And the breath or two. Let's go ahead and draw hands back all the way to the center. Undo those arms around the spine. And relax the neck one more time. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and take toes on the floor and find yourself in the downward facing dog. Feet, as always, guys, hips width apart, right? Or sit bones width apart. Hands, shoulders width apart, and just shift your weight back. If you're very beginner, just bend your knees, and that's gonna help your back to relax and to rest and to be long and extended. If you find with this, just hold your both feet on the floor. Focus on expansion and extension in your back, shoulder blades apart, wider back. Breathe actively, guys. Relax your neck all the way through. Inhalation through the nose, exhalation through the nose. Slowly bring your knees back on the floor. Take your right leg up all the way and bend your right knee. Keep on breathing through the nose in, through the nose out. Extend it again and draw the knee, chin, chest or belly. Inhalation, exhalation, all the way, step through. Bring that leg through, guys. If you need to do a few extra steps in order to step through, do it. Here is my blocks. I like to use them through the restorative practice when we worked all week so hard. So it's time for us to restore. You don't have to use your block. You can have your hands or have nothing if that's comfortable. But on the restorative practice, or if you are a beginner, that is a really wonderful tool. It makes your legs, your body feel so good. So we're gonna have the blocks. You can also put the blocks a different direction and just put the fist, but that's gonna be an extra little support. Make sure, guys, you do not do this. You don't crisscross the knees in. It's tiny bit out, right? So your hips are square and open, so your body can start to recover, rest, lengthening, build and rebuild new tissues. Inhalation through the nose, exhalation through that nose. Keep your paws, fist or hands on the blocks or without if you're not using it. And we have an extra couple breaths in the restorative practice. We try to hold asanas a bit longer, so breathe in through that nose, out through that nose, straight through those hips, guys. Exhalation straight through the hips. Let's slowly change, and we're gonna take the left hip above the left knee. Again, use your blocks if you have to use your blocks, and try to fold forward through the hip flexor, not through the shoulders up here. Doesn't have to be low. We're just gonna give it a gentle fold forward. Do not take the toes in, even slightly out, so you can open through the hip flexor and the hamstring. Just a few more extra breathing cycles here. Inhalation through the nose. Exhalation through the nose. Breathe in and out, guys. Stay soft. The more you breathe in, the easier the practice will go. The better your muscles will relax and your body will unwind. Let's take it all the way forward and keep your left hand on the block or on the floor. Open it up, give it a nice, beautiful stretch all the way through the heart, guys, through the rib cage. Breathe and then see if you can pick up your ankle. You might also use your strap, yoga strap, which I listed for you in the list of the tools you have to get, especially if you are a beginner. Strap would be amazing, guys. When you can't reach the feet in any position, blocks and straps are the best. So keep on holding it, don't force it. Just try to lean a little bit more forward. In through that nose and out through that nose, guys. That feels so good. Let's go ahead and take it back. We're still gonna work on this side. You're gonna take this right foot and put your toes slightly, guys, outward. Doesn't have to be too much. It can be just a little bit, depend where you stand. Take your hands on the floor and we're gonna do a few rocking movements, almost like you come to the modification of the lizard pose, special one, and then you go all the way back. You don't have to reach that back foot all the way, guys. Just try to rock your sit bones a little bit farther back. We're working on a hip flexor all the way in, again forward. Support yourself with both hands right now, and all the way back. Wonderful. Do not round your spine too much, and all the way forward. That feels so good, I must say. And breath or two up here. Great job. Take it back all the way in a tabletop child pose. Express, wiggle, do what feels right, and come back to the center. We're gonna take our left leg, extend, reach all the way through, bend that knee, hold it, just feel the glute, feel that leg alive, extend it back and step. Bring the knee all the way towards the chin, chest through belly. Find the center, take it back and step, guys, through. Step all the way through. If you need to give yourself a little push on the hands, you can definitely do that. Take your both hands on your blocks, or if you're not using the blocks, that's fine, but I truly will recommend you to get a couple of the blocks and the knee pads. On the next practice, I'm going to show you the knee pads I've got, which I listed for you as well. And hands on the blocks, and let your body, let your lower body to relax, guys. Let your lower body to melt through, to restore. Inhalation through the nose, exhalation through the nose. That's it. Again, if your back knee is very sensitive, the knee pads would be just perfect for you. Keep on breathing, guys. In through that nose, out through that nose. We're gonna stay for a few more breaths. If you don't need you to use your blocks, you don't have to, right? Especially if you can reach the floor with the hands without doing that, that's amazing. But if not, use your blocks. So don't do this, because that way it's really hard for body to relax and let the lower body go. Take your both hands on the blocks, shift the weight back, all the way, shift the weight back, and fold forward, guys. Fold forward up here. You can use your blocks, or you don't have to use them. Just make sure you don't round the spine too much. We're folding forward through that hip flexor. Gently, gently. Make sure you don't take the toes in. It's even slightly out, so you can open up inner thigh, Achilles, and again the hip flexor in the lower back. We're holding it for a few extra breathing cycles. In through that nose, out through that nose. Feels wonderful. And let's slowly shift it back to the lunge position. Let me move my blocks out of the way. And from here, guys, take your right hand on the floor, open it up towards the left. Big, nice opening. Just a breath or two, make it feel right. Now see if you can catch up on that ankle, just as we did. It's a very good, very effective recovery stretch for the quadricep. We did so much strength work this week and a lot of cardio and HIIT. So guys, it's time for us to give that body a good recovery stretch. So give it a few more breaths into that quadricep. And use your strap, guys. If you don't have your strap, make sure you get one. Towel is great, strap is more comfortable. And just press or two. And slowly let it go all the way. We're gonna take this foot a little bit closer and open up your toes to the left. Doesn't have to be super open. And take your hands a little bit up front. And then lean forward. So it's almost like looks like supported lizard with the foot across. Give it a breath or two. We're gonna rock it back. Now, just shift the weight a little bit more towards the back. So you can feel it exclusively right there in the left hip flexor. One more time, guys. Up here, support. Don't worry, it doesn't have to be deep. Keep supporting yourself. Breath or two, and then shift it back again, all the way. We're gonna do just one more time. Inhalation through the nose, exhalation, shift it forward, lean forward, breathe, guys. Good job. Let's take it all the way back. Take your knee back, shift yourself back in the child pose. Feels so good. We're gonna go, guys, for the puppy pose from here. So take your knees, hips width apart or even slightly wider, but try to remain your tailbone in between your knees. And we folding forward with the chest. There is an option for you to put the block underneath the rib cage if you do have it, or you can simply put your knees slightly farther back, but you have to be supported somehow. And continue to focus on expanding your rib cage all the way through, drawing the shoulder blades away from each other apart, bringing the navel, belly in, guys. Breathe actively, opening up the upper body. In through the nose, out through the nose. Feels so good. Take it back all the way to the center. Let's do one more gentle downward facing dog up here. Just this time, bend your right knee, bend your left knee. Make your legs feel good all the way. Again, in and out through that nose. Couple more. Excellent. Take it back, guys, on your knees. Today we're gonna practice a gate pose. So let's take our one leg outside. Doesn't matter which one. We're gonna do both. And again, if you're using your knee pads or your blocks, you can use them. And we're gonna take I took my left foot is slightly in, so not up here, just slightly in, and the right hip above the right knee, and just reach all the way and slide gently. Try to not fold forward, but slide all the way through this side. That's it, and just reach up over that ear. Beautiful, just a couple breaths. In through the nose, out, in, all the way, sway to the other side. Use your block underneath your right hand right now if you have to, and don't hang that arm, just keep it nice and long. Give it a few breaths, in through that nose, out through that nose, and take it gently back. Tuck your toes at the right foot, see if you can reach to the right, and open it up in a gate pose, little modification of the camel. You don't have to do that. You can put your hands on your waistline and take it back. It's gonna take us to the birdie pose. So just sit on that ankle. If you can't sit on the ankle, you can bring the foot up front of your body. Give it a try though, and just see if you can align your knee with your ankle. Just knee straight up front, and that other leg on the floor, right? You can open up a little bit and hold your hands up here. You can fold forward. You can go ahead and hover with me right above the front thigh, all the way, flying birdie. Few more breaths up here. Inhalations through the nose, exhalations through the nose, guys. Enjoy the stretching. Body needs a good quality stretch. We're gonna take that left leg on top, toes up, and just fold forward. Now, if you need, guys, to put the foot inside, remember you can always do that. And folding forward through the hip flexor, in through that nose, and out, folding forward, guys. Make your body feel good. Make your body feel good. And just a breath or two up here, and gently start to move to the center back. We're gonna do our gate pose from other side. Let's work on the ankles a little bit, so we give them a little more stretch. So the weight, guys, is not on your toes, but it's on the ankles. And do one at a time. I know a lot of you super strong right now. Take your hands up front of the heart. Lift the knees, both knees off the floor. Let's counter straight those. So come on your toes, sit on them, and just let the body weight sink into those toes. So I simply sitting on my toes. It might not be available for you yet. Do not skip it then. Put the fist and just put some weight on your toes. Maybe 80%, 60%. Just do something, and it works the way it works. If you do something, it's gonna get stronger, it's gonna get better. And let's go ahead and come back on our knees. Find yourself in the gate pose, toes on the right. Right now, slightly in, tuck the tailbone slightly under, and go ahead and reach all the way through the side. Fall to the gate pose. Hips forward, heart up. Breathe actively. Through the nose in, through the nose out. And let's gently sway to the other side. Take your hand on the floor. Reach all the way. Express through the heart, through the nose in, through the nose out. Beautiful. And let's slowly come back to the center. Tuck your toes. See if you can reach your left heel and take the hips to the front. You don't have to do it that way. You can put just your hands on your back. Create a modified camel pose in the gate. Reach up and open. Breathe, guys. In through that nose. And out through that nose. Reach all the way back, and it's going to take us to the bird pose. So just put your feet where it is comfortable. Begin up here with the hands simply up front of the body. Go on your forearms if you need, or see if you can spread those wings and hover with me right above the floor. Inhalation through the nose, exhalation through that nose. Beautiful. Just a few more breaths. And again, if you need to take that foot, guys, up front, you can always do it. Let's go ahead and express toes outside towards the ceiling. Again, take that ankle out if you have to. And let's fold forward towards the right leg. All the way. So try to fold forward through the hip flexor. And then gently lengthening the spine in a few breaths. Doesn't have to be low right away, right? Just give your body some time. Inhalation through the nose. Exhale. Undo the bind with the legs when you're ready. We're gonna go for another feel-good straddle. Just take your legs on the side. Keep your shoulders on the floor. Move your feet if it feels good. That's it. And then take your legs back up. Take your left, guys, above the right. Just like this. Put your feet on the floor. And that could be it for now. It doesn't have to go anywhere else. If you wish to try little bridge with me up here, make sure that your neck is not feeling it The weight is, guys, on the shoulders. And just a breath or two. And then we're gonna take it back. Keep your eagle legs. Bring your knees towards the left. And the shoulders towards in the face towards the right. Just give it a breath or two. Very gentle. Inhalation and exhalation. Yes. And slowly return yourself back. Give your both knees a good hug, guys. Both knees a good quality hug. Very nice. We're gonna take the legs. For the beginners, we're gonna take them just over the ceiling. For everyone else, we're gonna go for the plow pose. So see if you can do it. If not, then just keep your legs up over the ceiling. It's important, guys, so you don't feel your neck is everything is on the shoulders and the shoulder blades. Give it a few nurturing, soft inhalations and exhalations. Makes it back feel good. Let's slowly take it back all the way to the front. Take your sit bones, sit on them and pull the glutes out. Reach all the way up and fold forward, guys, with me. Just keep your body long. Again, feel good, straight. Inhalations through the nose. Exhalations through the nose, and we just hold it for a few breaths. Doesn't have to be low, guys. Your belly doesn't have to be on those legs. Work on the kneecaps towards the floor and just continue to dive into the straightening and relaxation. It's extremely good for your back. And just a breath or two. Oh, that feels amazing. And let's go ahead. Lift all the way back up. Take your hands behind. Counter straight it gently. You don't have to lift those hips off the floor. And let's go ahead and bring our feet all the way, guys, up front of our body. Take your arms up. Connect them. Reach all the way up. Express the heart. Take the hands up above your head. And take the little stretch to the side and little stretch to another side. One more time. Stretch it and stretch it. Take those arms all the way up. Reach. Draw them towards your heart. Bring your hands up front of the heart as a sign of the true gratitude. Inside out. Let's close our eyes. Set the good intentions for this day, for this afternoon, and just let your heart to be open for all beautiful things, for love, for connection, for contribution, for achievement, for health, for healing. Smile with your heart, guys, and flow through the rest of this beautiful day with unshakable peace inside. Namaste. Great work, everybody. And if that was your first class with us, make sure to subscribe, hit the bell button so you don't miss our daily workouts. Yes, 7 days a week on a schedule which you can grab, guys, from my website, which I listed below. This workout and recover well, rest well. I will see you tomorrow.